Compro casas. I buy houses. I buy houses. Compré helado para la fiesta. I bought ice cream for the party. I bought ice cream for the party. He comprado muchas cosas. I've bought a lot of things. I have bought a lot of things. Yo peleo con criminales. I fight with criminals. I fight with criminals. Peleé con mi hermano. I fought with my brother. I fought with my brother. He peleado con mucha gente. I've fought with a lot of people. I have fought with a lot of people. Traigo mi almuerzo a la escuela todos los días. I bring my lunch to school every day. I bring my lunch to school every day. Traje galletas a la fiesta. I brought cookies to the party. I brought cookies to the party. He traído flores a mi esposa por muchos años. I've brought flowers to my wife for many years. I have brought flowers to my wife for many years. Disparo animales para comer. I shoot animals to eat. I shoot animals to eat. Disparé un oso. I shot a bear. I shot a bear. Enseño inglés. I teach English. I teach English. Enseñé matemáticas. I taught math. I taught math. He enseñado por 40 años. I've taught for 40 years. I have taught for 40 years. Pienso que sí. I think so. I think so. Pensé que la película era buena. I thought the movie was good. I thought that the movie was good. He pensado en conseguir un nuevo trabajo. I've thought about getting a new job. I have thought about getting a new job. Busco trabajo todos los días. I seek work every day. I seek work every day. Busqué un trabajo. I sought a job. I sought a job. He buscado un trabajo. I've sought a job. I have sought a job. Agarro las pelotas. I caught the balls. I caught the balls. He agarrado las pelotas. I've caught the balls. I have caught the balls. Pesco truchas cada sábado. I catch trout every Saturday. I catch trout every Saturday. Pesqué un salmón ayer. I caught a salmon yesterday. I caught a salmon yesterday. He pescado mucho bagre en este lago. I've caught a lot of catfish in this lake. I have caught a lot of catfish in this lake. Me resfrío fácilmente. I catch a cold easily. I catch a cold easily. Me resfrié. I caught a cold. I caught a cold. Me he resfriado mucho este año. I've caught a cold a lot this year. I have caught a cold a lot this year. Consigo comida en esa tienda. I get food at that store. I get food at that store. Conseguí un trabajo. I got a job. I got a job. He conseguido mucha comida para la fiesta. I've gotten a lot of food for the party. I have gotten a lot of food for the party. Llego a la escuela temprano. I get to school early. I get to school early. Llegué tarde a la escuela. I got to school late. I got to school late. He llegado a tiempo al trabajo. I've gotten to work on time. I have gotten to work on time. Me levanto a las 5. I get up at 5 o'clock. I get up at 5 o'clock. Me levanté muy temprano. I got up very early. I got up very early. Me he levantado muy temprano últimamente. I've gotten up very early lately. I've gotten up very early lately. Me enojo fácilmente. I get mad easily. I get mad easily. Me enojé contigo ayer. I got mad at you yesterday. I got mad at you yesterday. Me he enojado muchas veces. I've gotten mad a lot of times. I have gotten mad many times. Me pongo nervioso. I get nervous. I get nervous. Me puse nervioso. I got nervous. I got nervous. Me he puesto nervioso. I've gotten nervous. I have gotten nervous. Me enfermo. I get sick. I get sick. Me enfermé. I got sick. I got sick. Me he enfermado. I've gotten sick. I have gotten sick. Me caso. I get married. I get married. Me casé. I got married. I got married. Me he casado. I've gotten married. I have gotten married. Recibo mucho de ti. I get a lot from you. I get a lot from you. Recibí un regalo. I got a present. I got a gift. He recibido muchas cartas últimamente. I've gotten a lot of letters lately. I have gotten a lot of letters lately. Me olvido de nombres fácilmente. I forget names easily. I forget names easily. Olvidé mi cartera. I forgot my wallet. I forgot my wallet. Me he olvidado. I've forgotten. I have forgotten. Dibujo animales. I draw animals. I draw animals. Dibujé una cara. I drew a face. I drew a face. He dibujado por mucho tiempo. I've drawn for a long time. I have drawn for a long time. Yo vuelo un avión. I fly an airplane. I fly a plane. Volé a Nueva York. I flew to New York City. I flew to New York City. He volado por todo el mundo. I've flown all over the world. I have flown all over the world. Yo te conozco. I know you. I know you. Yo conocí. I knew. I knew. He conocido tu secreto por varios años. I've known your secret for several years. I have known your secret for several years. Yo sé. I know. I know. Supe eso o sabía eso. I knew that. I knew that. He sabido. I have known. I've known. Yo crezco. I grow. I grow. La planta crece. The plant grows. The plant grows. La flor creció. The flower grew. The flower grew. Yo crecí. I grew. I grew. He crecido. I've grown. I've grown. Crezco. O me crío. I grow up. I grow up. Crecí en un pequeño pueblo o me crié en un pequeño pueblo. I grew up in a small town. He crecido. I've grown up. I have grown up. Tiro la pelota muy rápido. I throw the ball very fast. I throw the ball very fast. Tiré la pelota muy rápido. I threw the ball very fast. I threw the ball very fast. He tirado la pelota. I've thrown the ball. I have thrown the ball. Vomito si como demasiado. I throw up if I eat too much. I throw up if I eat too much. Vomité en el fregadero. I threw up in the sink. I threw up in the sink. He vomitado mucho últimamente. I've thrown up a lot lately. I have thrown up a lot lately. Yo tiro la basura en el basurero. I throw away the trash in the trash can. Tiré la basura. I threw away the trash. I threw away the trash. He tirado la basura. I've thrown away the trash. Yo soplo. I blow. Soplé. I blew. I blew. Yo he soplado. I've blown. I have blown. El viento sopla. The wind blows. The wind blows. El viento sopló. The wind blew. The wind blew. El viento ha soplado mucho. The wind has blown a lot. The wind has blown a lot. Coches viejos explotan. Old cars blow up. Old cars blow up. El carro explotó. The car blew up. The car blew up. Ha explotado. It's blown up. It has blown up. Tomo medicina. I take medicine. I take medicine. Tomé una clase. I took a class. I took a class. He tomado taxis muchas veces. I've taken taxis many times. I have taken taxis a lot of times. Llevo a mis hijos a la escuela. I take my children to school. I take my kids to school. Llevé a mi hijo a la escuela. I took my son to school. I took my son to school. He llevado mi hija a la escuela mucho. He llevado a mi hija a la escuela mucho. I've taken my daughter to school a lot. I have taken my daughter to school a lot. Me quito los zapatos cuando llego a casa. I take off my shoes when I get home. I take off my shoes when I get home. Me quité la ropa antes de tomar una ducha. I took off my clothes before I took a shower. I took off my clothes before I took a shower. Me he quitado los calcetines. I've taken off my socks. I have taken off my socks. Agito el jugo de naranja antes de que yo lo tomo. I shake the orange juice before I drink it. I shake the orange juice before I drink it. Yo agité la limonada. I shook the lemonade. I shook the lemonade. He agitado la leche. I've shaken the milk. I have shaken the milk. Alimento a los gatos. I feed the cats. I feed the cats. Di de comer a las gallinas. O alimenté a las gallinas. I fed the chickens. I fed the chickens. He alimentado a los perros mucho últimamente. I've fed the dogs a lot lately. I have fed the dogs a lot lately. Sangro fácilmente. I bleed easily. I bleed easily. Sangré después que me caí. I bled after I fell. I bled after I fell. Yo digo. I say. I say. Yo dije. I said. I said. He dicho. I have said. I've said. Leo el periódico todos los sábados. I read the newspaper every Saturday. I read the newspaper every Saturday. Leí un buen libro. I read a good book. I read a good book. He leído tu blog muchas veces. I've read your blog many times. I have read your blog many times. Crío gatos. O cruzo gatos. I breed cats. I breed cats. Crié perros el año pasado o crucé perros el año pasado. I bred dogs last year. I bred dogs last year. He criado muchos diferentes tipos de animales. I've bred many different kinds of animals. I have bred a lot of different kinds of animals. Huyo de la gente negativa. I flee from negative people. I flee from negative people. Huí de la esclavitud. I fled from slavery. I fled from slavery. He huido de la cárcel. I've fled from jail. I have fled from jail. Dirijo a la banda. I lead the band. I lead the band. Dirigí a los exploradores en el camino. I led the scouts on the trail. I led the scouts on the trail. He llevado un montón de gente por el camino equivocado. I've led a lot of people down the wrong path. I have led a lot of people down the wrong path. Dejo comida por mi hijo. I leave food for my son. I leave food for my son. Dejé suficiente para mi esposo. I left enough for my husband. I left enough for my husband. He dejado todo en la mesa. I've left everything on the table. I have left everything on the table. Salgo de la clase temprano todos los jueves. I leave class early every Thursday. I leave class early every Thursday. Salí del trabajo temprano hoy. I left work early today. I left work early today. He dejado a mi familia a luchar en el ejército. I've left my family to fight in the army. I have left my family to fight in the army. Me escondo de mi hermano para asustarlo. I hide from my brother to scare him. I hide from my brother to scare him. Me escondí debajo de la cama. I hid under the bed. I hid under the bed. He escondido mi billetera. I've hidden my wallet. I have hidden my wallet. Me deslizo por el tobogán con mi hijo. I slide down the slide with my son. I slide down the slide with my son. Me deslicé por el tobogán con mi hija. I slid down the slide with my daughter. I slid down the slide with my daughter. He deslizado por el tobogán. I've slid down the slide. I have slid down the slide. El mosquito pica o el mosquito muerde. The mosquito bites. The mosquito bites. El mosquito me mordió o el mosquito me picó. The mosquito bit me. The mosquito bit me. El bicho me ha mordido. The bug has bitten me. The bug has bitten me. Yo gasto mucho dinero. I spend a lot of money. I spend a lot of money. He gastado todo tu dinero. I've spent all of your money. I have spent all your money. Me paso mucho tiempo en el centro comercial. I spend a lot of time at the mall. I spend a lot of time at the mall. Me pasé 5 horas haciendo tarea. I spent 5 hours doing homework. I spent 5 hours doing homework. He pasado mucho tiempo preparando. I've spent a lot of time preparing. I have spent a lot of time preparing. Envío cartas a mi familia cada semana. I send letters to my family every week. Envié una carta a mi madre. I sent a letter to my mom. I sent a letter to my mom. He enviado varias cartas este año. I've sent several letters this year. I have sent several letters this year. Yo presto dinero a mis hijos. I lend money to my children. I lend my kids money. Le presté a él mi auto. I lent him my car. I lent him my car. I lent my car to him. He prestado dinero a mi familia muchas veces. I've lent my family money many times. I have lent money to my family a lot of times. Doblo las reglas, o sea, casi rompo las reglas. I bend the rules. I bend the rules. Doblé tu máquina. I bent your machine. I bent your machine. He doblado el frisbee o el disco para jugar. I've bent the frisbee. I have bent the frisbee. Voy a la iglesia regularmente. I go to church regularly. Fui a la tienda. I went to the store. I went to the store. He ido a diferentes países. I've gone to different countries. I have gone to different countries. Le doy a mis hijos muchos abrazos. Les doy a mis hijos muchos abrazos. I give my children lots of hugs. I give my children a lot of hugs. Di flores a mi esposa. I gave my wife flowers. I gave flowers to my wife. Te he dado mi corazón. I've given you my heart. I have given you my heart. Traigo puesto ropa formal al trabajo. I wear formal clothes to work. Yo llevaba puesto un traje a la fiesta. O yo llevé puesto un traje a la fiesta. I wore a suit to the party. I wore a suit to the party. He traído puesto algunos buenos trajes. I've worn some good suits. I have worn some good suits. Rompo papel. I tear paper. I tear paper. Rompí el papel. I tore the paper. I tore the paper. He roto el documento. I've torn the document. I have torn the document. Yo juro. I swear. I swear. Yo juré. I swore. I swore. Yo he jurado. I have sworn. I've sworn. Yo vendo aseguranza. I sell insurance. I sell insurance. Anote que está bien pronunciarlo un poquito diferente. Puedes pronunciarlo insurance o insurance. Puedes poner el acento en diferentes lugares en esa palabra. Insurance, insurance. Vendí la casa. I sold the house. I sold the house. He vendido mi coche. I have sold my car. I've sold my car. Yo cuento chistes, o sea, yo digo chistes. I tell jokes. I tell jokes. Te dije. I told you. I told you. Te lo he dicho muchas veces. I've told you many times. I have told you a lot of times. Yo canto himnos. I sing hymns. I sing hymns. Canté una canción hermosa. I sang a beautiful song. I sang a beautiful song. He cantado esta canción mucho. I've sung this song a lot. I have sung this song a lot. Toco el timbre a las 12 en punto. I ring the bell at 12 o'clock. I ring the bell at 12 o'clock. Sonó el teléfono. The phone rang. The phone rang. Toqué el timbre. I rang the doorbell. I rang the doorbell. He tocado el timbre de la puerta. I've rung the doorbell. I have rung the doorbell. Me paro frente a mis estudiantes. I stand in front of my students. I stand in front of my students. Me paré frente al jurado. I stood in front of the jury. I stood in front of the jury. He parado ahí muchas veces. I've stood there many times. I have stood there many times. Entiendo inglés. I understand English. I understand English. Entendí lo que dijiste. I understood what you said. I understood what you said. Yo he entendido todo lo que el maestro ha dicho. I've understood everything the teacher has said. I have understood everything that the teacher has said. Entiendo mal a mis padres mucho. I misunderstand my parents a lot. I misunderstand my parents a lot. Entendí mal lo que dijiste. I misunderstood what you said. I misunderstood what you said. He entendido mal todo. I've misunderstood everything. I have misunderstood everything. Yo bebo agua todos los días, o yo tomo agua todos los días. I drink water every day. I drink water every day. Bebí el jugo de naranja. I drank orange juice. I drank orange juice. He bebido toda la leche. I've drunk all the milk. I have drunk all the milk. Hueles mal o apestas. You stink. You stink. El cuarto apesta. The room stinks. The room stinks. Su pañal apesta, o sea, el pañal de él apesta. His diaper stinks. His diaper stinks. Tú apestaste ayer. Se puede hacer de dos formas. You stank yesterday or you stunk yesterday. You stank yesterday, you stunk yesterday. En los Estados Unidos yo escucho más you stunk yesterday. El cuarto apestó. The room stunk. The room stank. La habitación ha apestado. The room has stunk. The room has stunk. El viejo barco se hunde. The old boat sinks. The old boat sinks. El Titanic se hundió. The Titanic sank, or the Titanic sunk. El barco se ha hundido. The ship has sunk. The ship has sunk. Llego a casa a las 9:30. O vengo a casa a las 9:30. I come home at 9:30. I come home at 9:30. Vine a casa tarde. I came home late. I came home late. He venido aquí un par de veces. I've come here a few times. I have come here a few times. Me convierto en lo que quiero llegar a ser. I become what I want to become. I become what I want to become. Me convertí en un ciudadano el año pasado. O llegué a ser un ciudadano el año pasado. I became a citizen last year. I became a citizen last year. Me he convertido en el hombre que quería ser. O me he convertido en el hombre que quería llegar a ser. I've become the man I wanted to become. I have become the man I wanted to become. Supero mis debilidades poco a poco. I overcome my weaknesses little by little. Superé mis debilidades. I overcame my weaknesses. I overcame my weaknesses. He superado al mundo. I've overcome the world. I have overcome the world. Yo monto a mi bicicleta a la escuela. I ride my bike to school. I ride my bicycle to school. Yo monté mi moto al trabajo. I rode my motorcycle to work. I rode my motorcycle to work. Yo he montado en mi bicicleta mucho. I've ridden my bike a lot. I have ridden my bicycle a lot. Yo escribo libros. I write books. I write books. Escribí una carta. I wrote a letter. I wrote a letter. Yo he escrito muchos libros. I have written a lot of books. I've written a lot of books. Manejo un Toyota. I drive a Toyota. I drive a Toyota. Manejé muy rápido. I drove very fast. I drove very fast. He manejado diferentes tipos de coches. I've driven different types of cars. One more time. I've driven different types of cars. I have driven different kinds of cars. Tejo cestas. I weave baskets. I weave baskets. Tejí una cesta. I wove a basket. I wove a basket. He tejido cestas. I've woven baskets. I have woven baskets. Preparo la mesa todos los días. I set the table every day. I set the table every day. Preparé la mesa ayer. I set the table yesterday. I set the table yesterday. He preparado la mesa. I've set the table. I have set the table. Yo acaricio al gato todos los días. I pet the cat every day. I pet the cat every day. Acaricié al perro esta mañana. I pet the dog this morning. I pet the dog this morning. He acariciado mis mascotas a menudo. I've pet my pets often. I have pet my pets often. Yo apuesto en las carreras de caballos. I bet on horse races. I bet on horse races. Aposté mucho dinero la semana pasada. I bet a lot of money last week. I bet a lot of money last week. He apostado todos mis ahorros. I've bet all my savings. I have bet all my savings. Mi hijo todavía moja la cama. My son still wets the bed. My son still wets the bed. Ella mojó la cama anoche. She wet the bed last night. He mojado la cama. I've wet the bed. I have wet the bed. Te veo. I see you. Vi eso. I saw that. I saw that. He visto esa película. I've seen that movie. I have seen that movie. Corto el queso en el trabajo. I cut the cheese at work. Or I cut cheese at work. Corté el pan de ayer. No. Corté el pan ayer. I cut the bread yesterday. He cortado en línea. I've cut in line. I have cut in line. Cierro la puerta cuando la película comienza. I shut the door when the movie starts. I shut the door when the movie starts. Cerré la puerta hace unos minutos. I shut the door a few minutes ago. He cerrado la puerta. I've shut the door. I have shut the door. Pierdo mi voz cuando grito mucho. I lose my voice when I yell a lot. I lose my voice when I yell a lot. Perdí mi cartera. I lost my wallet. I lost my wallet. He perdido mi sanidad. I've lost my sanity. I have lost my sanity. Encuentro paz aquí. I find peace here. I find peace here. Encontré mis calcetines. I found my socks. I found my socks. He encontrado lo que he estado buscando. I've found what I've been looking for. I've found what I've been looking for. Me entero de cosas interesantes en el periódico. I find out interesting things in the newspaper. I find out about interesting things in the newspaper. Me enteré de un buen trabajo. I found out about a good job. I found out about a good job. Me he enterado de un buen trabajo. I've found out about a good job. I have found out about a good job. Me siento bien. I feel good. I feel good. Me sentí enfermo la semana pasada. I felt sick last week. I felt sick last week. Me he sentido bien últimamente. I've felt good lately. I have felt good lately. Me arrodillo a orar cada noche. I kneel down to pray each night. I kneel down to pray each night. Me arrodillé delante del rey. I knelt down in front of the king. I knelt down in front of the king. Me he arrodillado. I've knelt down. I have knelt down. Yo reparto las cartas. I deal the cards. I deal the cards. Yo repartí las cartas. I dealt the cards. I dealt the cards. He repartido las cartas. I've dealt the cards. I have dealt the cards. Gano todo el tiempo. I win all the time. I win all the time. Gané el juego. I won the game. I won the game. He ganado. I've won. I have won. Siempre ganamos contra ese equipo. We always beat that team. We always beat that team. Los Lakers vencieron a los Celtics, o los Lakers ganaron contra los Celtics. The Lakers beat the Celtics. The Lakers beat the Celtics. Les hemos ganado. We have beaten them. We've beaten them. Me siento en el fondo de la clase. I sit in the back of the class. I sit in the back of the class. Me senté al lado de una hermosa niña. I sat next to a beautiful girl. Let me try. Me senté al lado de una hermosa chica. I sat next to a beautiful girl. Me he sentado aquí por un tiempo. I have sat here for a while. I've sat here for a while. Yo nado en la piscina. I swim in the pool. I swim in the pool. Yo nadé en el río. I swam in the river. I swam in the river. Yo he nadado en el océano. I have swum in the ocean. I've swum in the ocean. Yo hablo inglés. I speak English. I speak English. Hablé español. I spoke Spanish. I spoke Spanish. He hablado con mi padre. I've spoken to my dad. Or, I've spoken with my dad. I've spoken with my dad. Yo rompo muchas cosas. I break a lot of things. I break a lot of things. Rompí la computadora. I broke the computer. I broke the computer. He roto tu televisión. I've broken your television. I have broken your television. Rompí con mi novia. I broke up with my girlfriend. I broke up with my girlfriend. Me caigo mucho. I fall a lot. I fall a lot. Me caí de las escaleras. I fell down the stairs. I fell down the stairs. Clase comenzó a las 6. class began at 6 o'clock. La clase ha comenzado. The class has begun. The class has begun. La clase comienza a las 8:20. The class begins at 8:20. Oigo algo. I hear something. I hear something. Oí una buenísima canción en la radio hoy. I heard a great song on the radio today. He escuchado esa canción antes. I've heard that song before. I have heard that song before. Tengo 3 hijos. I have 3 children. I have 3 kids. Tuve un bebé. I had a baby. I had a baby. He tenido muchos problemas últimamente. I've had a lot of problems lately. I have had a lot of problems lately. Me caigo mucho. I fall a lot. Pongo mis tazas en el armario. I put my cups in the cupboard. I put my cups in the cupboard. Puse los platos en los lavaplatos esta mañana. I put the plates in the dishwasher this morning. He puesto mi ropa en los cajones. I've put my clothes in the drawers. I have put my clothes in the drawers. Dejo mi ropa después de que se seque. I put away my clothes right after they are dry. I put my clothes away right after they are dry. Dejé mi ropa la noche anterior. I put away my clothes last night. I put my clothes away last night. He dejado mi ropa. I've put away my clothes. I have put my clothes away. Me pongo la ropa. I put on my clothes. I put on my clothes. Me puse los calcetines. I put on my socks. I put on my socks. He puesto mis zapatos. I've put on my shoes. I have put on my shoes. Corro rápido. I run fast. I run fast. Corrí lento. I ran slow. I ran slowly. He corrido mucho últimamente. I've run a lot lately. I have run a lot lately. Mi coche se queda sin gasolina. My car runs out of gas. My car runs out of gas. Me quedé sin gasolina en la autopista. I ran out of gas on the freeway. I ran out of gas on the freeway. Me he quedado sin gasolina antes. I've run out of gas before. I have run out of gas before. Huyo de mis problemas a veces. I run away from my problems sometimes. Me escapé de la casa o huí de la casa. I ran away from home. I ran away from home. He escapado o he huido. I've run away. I have run away. Hago muy buena comida. I make very good food. I make very good food. Hice la pizza anoche. I made the pizza last night. I made the pizza last night. He hecho espaguetis unas cuantas veces este año. I've made spaghetti a few times this year. I have made spaghetti a few times this year. Te elijo a ti. I choose you. I choose you. Elegí este suéter. I chose this sweater. I chose this sweater. He elegido quedarme aquí. I've chosen to stay here. I have chosen to stay here. Cuelgo mi ropa. I hang up my clothes. I hang up my clothes. Colgué mi ropa. I hung up my clothes. I hung up my clothes. He colgado mi ropa. I've hung up my clothes. I have hung up my clothes. Cuelgo el teléfono. I hang up the phone. I hang up the telephone. Colgué el teléfono. I hung up the phone. I hung up the phone. He colgado el teléfono. I've hung up the phone. I have hung up the phone. Conozco por primera vez a mucha gente muy simpática. I meet a lot of nice people. I meet a lot of nice people. Conocí a mi esposa, por primera vez, en la iglesia. I met my wife at church. I met my wife at church. He conocido a mi esposa. I've met my wife. I have met my wife. Pago las cuentas cada mes. I pay the bills every month. I pay the bills every month. Pagué la factura de electricidad ya. I paid the electric bill already. I paid the electric bill already. He pagado mucho dinero para esta casa. I've paid a lot of money for this house. I have paid a lot of money for this house. Dejo muchos puestos de trabajo. I quit a lot of jobs. I quit a lot of jobs. Dejé mi trabajo ayer. O renuncié mi trabajo ayer. I quit my job yesterday. I quit my job yesterday. He renunciado a la escuela. I've quit school. I have quit school. Ella golpea a su hermano a veces. She hits her brother sometimes. She hits her brother sometimes. Ella me golpeó. She hit me. She hit me. Él ha golpeado a su hermana. He's hit his sister. He has hit his sister. Yo robo billeteras. I steal wallets. I steal wallets. Yo robé tu dinero. I stole your money. I stole your money. Yo he robado muchas cosas. I've stolen a lot of things. I have stolen a lot of things. Yo como comida sana. I eat healthy food. I eat healthy food. Ayer comí un donut. Yesterday I ate a donut. Yesterday I ate a donut. He comido mucha comida. I've eaten a lot of food. I have eaten a lot of food. Yo duermo mucho. I sleep a lot. I sleep a lot.
Yo dormí toda la noche.
I slept all night.
I slept all night. Yo he dormido toda la noche.
I have slept all night. I've slept all night.
Yo guardo todo en mi cuarto.
I keep everything in my room.
Yo guardé el regalo.
I kept the gift. I kept the gift.
He guardado todo.
I've kept everything. I have kept everything.
Yo sigo. Sigo adelante. Yo sigo adelante.
I keep going. I keep going.
Yo seguí adelante.
I kept going. I kept going.
He seguido adelante.
I've kept going. I have kept going.